Listen, I need you to hear me with your spirit and not just your ears. Because this right here, it ain't just a message. This is a wake-up call, a warning, a moment where God is literally trying to shake you before you lose everything that He has set up for you. I need you to lock in before you get locked out. You keep playing with your purpose. You keep wasting time, making excuses, running in circles, chasing things that don't even align with who God called you to be. You praying for a breakthrough, but you won't break free from the habits keeping you stuck. You asking God to open doors, but you steady standing outside the wrong ones, knocking like you belong there. Let me tell you something. Opportunities don't wait forever. Favor don't sit still. You either lock in on what God is telling you to do, or you're going to wake up one day and realize that door He had open for you, it already closed. And that is a pain that you do not want to feel. See, the Bible says in Revelation 3:8, I know your deeds. See, I have a place before you and opened the door that no one can shut. I know that you have little strength, yet you have kept my word and have not denied my name. That means that God already set the path for you. The opportunity is right in front of you. He's already placed the key in your hand. But if you keep hesitating, if you keep letting fear, distractions, and excuses hold you back, that door will close. And when it does, it won't be because of anybody else. It'll be because you never stepped forward when you had the chance. But do you even realize what's inside of you? The reason life feels so heavy, the reason you feel so torn between what you want and what you know you need to do is because there's a calling over your life. There's something greater in you. And deep down, you know it. That's why you can't shake the feeling that you were made for more. Let me ask you a question. You ever seen somebody fumble their blessing? Somebody who had it all, but they let pride, fear, procrastination, or straight up foolishness snatch it away? You ever sat back and watched somebody lose what was meant for them? It's one of the saddest things you can witness, and it's even sadder when it's you. Some of you guys right now, God been warning you. He's been speaking through situations, through setbacks, through people, even through the chaos. But you keep ignoring Him. You thinking you got time. You think you can just do it later, but guess what? Later might not come. That business idea, that book, that vision, that calling, it won't wait on you forever. Either you take it seriously or it will be handed to somebody else who will. You think God is obligated to keep circling back to you when you keep telling Him, not yet? Let me be clear about this. God don't beg nobody to be blessed. If you don't want to do what He called you to do, He will find somebody else who will. And you're going to be sitting there watching somebody else live the life you were too scared, too lazy, or too distracted to step into. Lock in before you get locked out. You don't want to be the person reminiscing on what could have been. You see, God got something for you, but He needs you to be ready to receive it. That means you got to stop entertaining what's beneath you. You got to stop playing it safe. You got to stop letting fear be the reason you don't move. It's time to lock in. Not tomorrow, not next week, but right now. Because the scariest thing ain't failure. The scariest thing is standing before God one day and realizing He gave you everything you needed to succeed and you threw it all away. So you got to ask yourself the question, what is it going to be? You locking in or you letting yourself get locked out? The choice is yours. I know how hard it is to be locked in. I really do. It was a time in my life where I was super distracted. My friends would hit me up on damn near every weekend and be like, oh, you want to go out to PB? Pacific Beach. Anybody in San Diego, you know where that is. And I would be like, you know what? I got stuff to do that I know is going to be beneficial to my life. But you know what? I'm coming out with y'all. And I'm going to have this fun. We'll get all juiced up, you know what I'm saying? Filled with liquor. We ain't never did no crazy stuff like no drugs or anything like that. But we'll be out there on the alcohol and stuff, looking for the women. Oh man, don't let me get started on the women. That was one of my biggest distractions. That's something that I had to pray tough about. We would go out there and I wouldn't get the thing that I knew I needed to get done. And then I will wake up the next morning with this big hole in my heart, feeling empty, feeling depressed, having anxiety because I didn't get what I needed to get done. What I know I needed to do. I didn't do it. I messed it up on what? It's hard. It's hard to stay focused. I think one of the biggest things that you have to understand is if you want to stay locked in and get everything that God calls you to have and fulfill your purpose and stuff, you're gonna have to get a good support group. The friends that you hang around with, that matters. I'm not saying to throw away your friends and stuff or anything like that, but if they leading you to do things that's not really beneficial for your life, you might have to love them from afar. Because the thing is you know you got goals. And the same thing with me. Like, I woke up feeling this hole in my chest, and I woke up feeling empty because I didn't get what I needed to get done and stuff like that. But I don't think they did, because they didn't have the same goals as me. And I ain't nothing against them, but your friends may not have the same goals as you. So y'all might be on two different journeys, and you got to recognize that. It's up to you to stay focused, right? You know you have the ability to change the world, not just the people around you. Yeah, you can do that, but you have the ability to change the world and make a big impact. But you can't do that by being distracted and doing the things that you know you're not supposed to be doing every single weekend and stuff. I'm not saying it's you ain't got to have fun. I'm not saying that, but you know if you distracted or not. Sorry if it's loud. You know what I'm saying? I'm right, freeway right there. Airplanes and stuff. You got to stay locked in. If you feel yourself getting off that path and getting off your purpose and stuff like that, then maybe what you need to do is pray more. That's what helped me. My pastor was talking about it this past Sunday. Worry about nothing, pray about everything. And that really helped me. I'm praying like crazy now. When I feel myself getting distracted, when I see that girl that I just want to call, let me pray about this. I'm not playing, man. This is going to take me off my game. And then you go over there and then, you have a little fun or whatever. But then for what? For what? At what? Like, lock in. You got things to do. You got a lot of stuff to accomplish this year, some big stuff. You about to change the world. You about to change your family and everything. But you cannot do that by remaining the same and doing those bad things, those having those bad habits. You got to lock in. I know it's hard, but I'm praying for you. I'm praying for myself, and we're going to keep this thing going. You feel me? So, hey, I see, like I always say, I'm rambling. I feel like I be feeling like I seen somebody say, don't ever say you rambling because, you just, but man, I be feeling like I'm rambling, man. I'm gonna get on out of here, y'all. Peace. I see y'all when I see y'all.